Central District Player of the Year, Shane Knepp and his East Knox Bulldogs look to punch their ticket into the district finals for the first time in 52 years. But they'll have to get through Brave, Freisner, and Berne Union to get there. Here in the Division 4 Heath District Semifinals. And it's all streaming live and free wherever internet can be found. Next.
Nervous?
Oh, Lay's. Brings back so many good memories.
Remember our road trip in '97?
Our first real heart-to-heart.
I've never seen any of your movies! Not even the ones we're in together!
Hey, do you remember when that stalker kidnapped us?
Yes!
Lay's was there.
Lay's.
Do you have barbecue? Or cheddar jalapeno?
Ooh. Oh, remember when we stumbled into that turf war? Remember when you bought your first house?
Hi! I'm Seth!
Those are good times.
They were golden.
You ready? Seth, do you?
I do.
And Janet, do you?
That's a yes.
I love this lady! Best day of my life!
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
It's Freedom Fest, Ohio, featuring Justin Moore,
You look like I need a drink right now.
Crowder,
God almighty, I hope you'll find
Rodney Atkins,
makes me wanna take a back road.
Austin French, and more.
Somebody else.
Friday and Saturday, July 1st and 2nd, Morrow County Fairgrounds in Mount Gilead, Ohio. For tickets and more info, visit freedomfestohio.com.
The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
East Knox looks to make some history tonight, getting places they haven't been in over 5 decades as they get set to tango with Berne Union right here in the district semifinals. Good evening, folks. Welcome to the Knox Community Hospital pregame show. I'm Brian Skorowski, Travis Berardi alongside me. And when you take a look at this matchup, Travis, historic season so far for East Knox. A win for them puts them in a new stratosphere for their program. It would match the all-time total for a single season, but standing in their way is a Rockets team that appears to be getting healthy and playing some good basketball at the right time.
Yeah, they lost 6 of their last 8 games, but they have their sectional championship victory over a higher-seeded squad in Granville Christian. 9-point win there, and you know, once you get into the tournament, you get a couple of those wins, you get rolling, you have a healthy team now. You never know what could happen. That's why this is March, and that's why the tournament is such a great thing that you just got to make it. You got a chance.
For them, a big part of their slump that they had where they dropped 7 of 10 games during the regular season was that their point guard, Bray Freisler, not available. He is going to be in the mix tonight and certainly is going to be a big contributor. But for them, as you mentioned, they beat Granville Christian to get here by 9 in the sectional final after just getting absolutely blasted in their season finale. But hey, that's why they still got a pulse in the tournament here. Survive, advance, that's all that matters at this point, Travis, and they are very much alive to try to get to a district championship game tonight. Yeah, and this team in the Central District still a 6th seed. I mean, that shows that the team that they played, those losses that they have didn't come to just some slouches or anything like that. It's come to some good competition. So, you know, kind of like the game that Hayden and I called last night, the regional semifinal on the girls' side in D2. Copley came in with a 12-10 record and nearly knocked off the #1 team in all of Division II, Shelby. So, you know, sometimes records may be deceiving. We mentioned already Freisler and what he brings to the table for them. All-Central District performer. Didn't do a ton in the win over Granville Christian, but they kind of ran away with that game. But typically, he's kind of the straw mixing the drink around here for the Rockets. They're going to be looking for him to ignite the offense, get him in sets, and score some points. Yeah, and, you know, averaging 14 points per game this season. They had a balanced effort in that win against Granville Christian, a couple others as well that were in double digits. So, you know, if he can lead the way, if he can get some of those other guys into the scoring column, they'll have a good shot to get the win here tonight in this district semifinal. Both teams lining up, getting ready for the national anthem, and I say it basically every broadcast, but truly is one of the great things that we do here in America to kick off a fabulous night of entertainment in the sporting realm, honoring our roots, as we'll do so right now. Oh my, I didn't catch that young lady's name. I think it's the youngest performer that I have seen at a high school sporting event, certainly this season, and she rocked it. She looks like she's about 6 years old. Yeah, I think they said a 4th grader, so she does. Wow. I can't even get close to her singing, and she's almost 3 times less my age, so it's just what an amazing performance by her, and what a way to kick things off. And what a performance by the Dogs so far this season, as mentioned, trying to make some history here tonight. For the first time since 1970, if they can get a victory, they will move on to the district final. To put that in perspective, we just saw a 4th grader sing. My mom was in 2nd grade the last time that the Dogs competed for a district championship, so it's been a while, my friend. But, you know, they have quite the leader at point, and we'll show him in our player spotlight, but he's starting to give some of the complementary players their scoring as well. At the beginning of the year, we saw Shane Knapp was the only scorer, but now you have a couple other players, you know, in the likes of Dylan Moreland and Peyton Lester that are both getting up there towards 10 points as well. And with the defense that this team has, you get those 3 scorers up into double figures. They have a really solid chance at winning. And, you know,
That's why they were the runners-up in the KMAC this year, allowing only 40 points. That offense at 47.1, if they can get into the 50s, they'll have a good chance of winning with the defense that they had. But, field goal shooting as well. Inside the three-point arc, they're pretty darn good. Overall shooting 41%. And then from the free throw line, 62.4%. I mean, that's pretty good for a high school squad. You have some of those players that can't make them. But if you can shoot well, hit your free throws, especially in tournament time, that'll be big.
And for the Bulldogs, who's been big all season, really the last couple of seasons, how about the Central District Player of the Year in Division 4? And I can't 100% confirm this, but talking to a couple of the assistant coaches, they believe it's the first time an East Knox player has been awarded this honor. And look at the gaudy statistics, man. There is so many different reasons why this guy should have got honored with what he did. You look at the scoring, the rebounding, he dishes it out very well too, and a very good leader has grown into those shoes throughout the course of his senior year, beginning on the football field, and it has come to full fruition here on the hardwood. Shane Knepp is an outstanding athlete and player.
MVP, the most valuable player of the Central District, it is Shane Knepp, because without him, East Knox might not even be a 500 team. He is the main reason why the Bulldogs are going for their best season in school history.
And definitely watching his growth throughout the last couple of seasons. It's been like a little bit of miracle grow was sprinkled on him as a sophomore. He's grown up a lot, matured, and is playing some fantastic basketball. Well, the keys to the Dogs night, getting a victory here to try to make some history. For me, it's just a total team effort. It can't just be all Shane Knepp. Yeah, obviously he's the dude that fuels the engine. He's the gasoline. He ignites them. But you got to get some other guys that are going to step up, play some complimentary basketball. And for them, if they can get that to happen, I think they're going to have a very successful night.
And mine kind of goes the same way, balance. But offensively and defensively, you got to keep that balance. You got to keep the turnovers down. And you have to balance it out by getting some steals as well to keep that, keep that going. But, with Shane Knepp, what he can do, he can assist the ball, keep those turnovers down, and then on the other end get a couple steals. That balance will help East Knox get back to a district championship for the first time in many of our existence.
And on the other side for Berne Union here tonight, you just got to get a little bit grittier than your opponent, outgrind the Dogs. It's not going to be easy to do that against a team from East Knox, but I feel like that's going to be the key to their success.
And mine, control Knepp. If you can keep Knepp under 10 points, you're going to have a good chance of winning today.
Dogs are going to win the tip. They've got the basketball to start things off, and they'll get it to the Central District Player of the Year, Shane Knepp, directing traffic as he surveys here the Rockets coming out in a 2-3 zone. So for the Dogs, they'll have to try to figure a way to attack these gaps. Always the best way to break a zone. The dribble drive, three-pointers help too. As a couple of shots inside, neither will fall for Dylan Moreland. And the Rockets coming back the other way.
Yeah, they had a good chance there. It's Berne Union with their first turnover, but Moreland just a little bit smaller than the others, couldn't get it through the trees into the bucket.
Knepp gathers himself, lost the handle, but tipped out of bounds. So Dogs will keep it. Lester, the quarterback from the football team, to inbound. And they'll set up Knepp after a couple of screens. 3-ball comes up short. Battle for the ball on the floor, and it ends up in the hands of Freisner.
Bit of a fumble there, but the football players couldn't pick it up. Finds Freisner, the leader of this Rockets squad.
Third team selection in the district. And they're going to have to get some offense generated from somebody else. Got to rise and probably get into double-figure scoring tonight for the Rockets to be able to upend these Dogs and send them home packing for the rest of the season.
One of those guys could be the guy with the ball right now, Nate Nemeth, getting up over double digits as well. I believe he had 12 points in their victory against Granville Christian.
Berne Union really burning up a lot of clock here as that shot's back iron. One and done off the miss there from Jaden McTeen.
So Berne Union, 2-3 zone. They're going to be forcing East Knox to take those perimeter shots, a team that's shooting only 26.5% from 3.
Excellent ball movement. Short 3 off target. Another offensive rebound for the Dogs. Have not cashed one in yet. And they won't do anything with it here. Out of bounds. And back over to the Rockets.
Both teams feeling each other out. You know, you get to this district round, you're seeing teams that you don't normally see in the regular season. These two teams last met in the sectional back in 2010, so that tells, you know, how unfamiliar these two teams are. So you might see some low scoring to start off.
Wild circus shot by Winkler. Dogs had that well defended, and here comes Knepp. Drawing a crowd, double team. Skip pass out of it.
And you're seeing with the height just to the Rockets inside. Yeah, East Knox is going to drive that baseline, but more often than not, it's just to kick it out for an open look from beyond the arc.
Haven't seen too many clean looks from either side on the offensive end yet. That's why we're scoreless, folks. Almost 3 minutes off the clock here in the opening quarter. Though Knepp gets a little bit of space, and he knocks down the first 2 of the night.
Shane Knepp with the ball fake, gets to the elbow, one of the highest percentage shots, and gets the Bulldogs on the board.
That bank job is open there for McAtee. Squares things up.
A little bit of an early start. The banks are staying open a little bit longer tonight, Brian.
Well, with that sunshine staying out, with
Beautiful
the spring weather coming in, it just feels like it's the proper time to continue keeping the banks open late right now, Travis. We'll see if they go back to it at some point offensively. Feels like we're certainly in for defensive battle here tonight. Both teams picking their spots on offense. As we get a clean look, Moreland misses it, but cleaning up the mess. Backside rebound. Good for Whitney.
We've seen that a couple times, but that was the one time that the Rockets didn't have that backside rebounding defensively. Gave Whitney the good look to give East Knox the 4-2 lead.
3 at the other end, nothing but net. Vamet splashes one from downtown.
Nice answer, hand in his face as well. Tough shot for him, nothing but net.
Now Lester goes opposite the screen, comes back middle. Knepp, pretty crossover, lost his defender.
Already played nearly 5 minutes of this one, Brian.
And the scoring continues to be at a premium. 1 and done for the Dogs. A rebound inside by Staton. And Freisner forces it up. Dogs pushing back the other way. Net baseline.
Yeah, both sides doing a really good job guarding the paint here early on. Only one good look from the inside by either team here in the first 5.5 minutes.
Up fake and then stripped. Quick hands there on the play by Winkler. Igniting the break, but the Dogs get back. And they'll break it up.
Yeah, it's just a great effort by Dylan Moreland to run the floor after the turnover and just get back at his hand in there to prevent the bucket.
5-4 is our count here. Just 2.5 minutes to go, first quarter. Berne Union looking to add to their single-point lead, and that's going to be our first foul of the night. Moving screen is going to be the call here. It's going to go against Staton and give the ball back over to the Dogs.
Just a little bit of movement when he was setting that screen. Referee right by him. It's a turnover.
From the foul line, Lester surrounded, kicks out, Knepp. No good, but Payton with the offensive board takes it in for a deuce.
Once again, great job getting the ball at its highest point, beating the defender, and then getting the easy look for the bucket.
Answer back at the other end. They lob it inside to Staton.
Each time East Knox has scored, Berne Union has come right back down and answered.
Now here's a triple try on the way. More offensive rebounds as bodies go colliding like some bowling pins.
Nice ball fake.
But Leicester misses it in tight.
Unlucky there.
So the Dogs, no second chance points. Freisner trying to shake and bake here at the other end. Oh, nice leave off, but a travel in the process there from that.
Couple substitutions now.
Here's Steinmetz, who checked in a little while back. And you see the creases are there for East Knox to try to drive through at different points here on the perimeter. But once they get there, Rockets doing a nice job playing some help side, sagging off.
And the one way to defeat a zone is quick passes. Ethan Ryan with the good bucket there, though. Gives East Knox the lead.
And they'll pick up a foul here at this other end. Take a look at that bucket to put East Knox out in front on our Frito Lay replay.
Foul's going to be on Ryan, his first, team's first.
Dogs with a miscommunication there off the inbound. Can't make them pay. Gherkin missed it.
Bulldogs with the last shot here.
Going to get it in the hands of Knepp. You see they're just looking back to him 1 second. Good if it goes, but it's too strong, and that'll take us to the end of one. 8-7, East Knox out in front. At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience. Welcome back to Heath High School. D4 district semifinal action here between the Bulldogs and the Rockets. East Knox right now. 1 point advantage, Berne Union. Looking to change all that. They've got the rock. And they're going to get a clean look from downtown. Woo! And loving the view, Dylan Winkler.
Great set to start the second quarter. Drive it into the paint, draw the defense, open, look for three, swish.
Dogs swing it. Leicester now coming back up top.
And you hear the Berne Union bench just getting into it after that bucket.
One of the overlooked parts of the game, I think, is just keeping that juice going over on the bench constantly. As that shot missed in tight, Ryan had a clean look.
Yeah, but just the presence of four other defenders around him just threw him off a bit.
Foul on the floor. Gonna go against East Knox.
It's gonna be on Leicester, his first, team second.
And I didn't see Dylan Winkler in the act of shooting. He is at the free throw line, though. So the referees going to give him an opportunity here. 2 shots, first one off the back iron.
Alrighty. Sometimes I guess refs will give you the continuation.
I prefer it. I'm all in the corner of the offensive player in most situations.
But ball don't lie.
It leads to nada here for the Rockets. But this 2-3 zone definitely, I think, is giving East Knox some problems. They're a team that doesn't shoot it that well from beyond the arc. And that's basically what's available right now. As you see that one off the back iron. But they are cleaning the glass right now. Just about everyone for East Knox brought their Windex tonight, Travis.
Yeah, their 6th offensive rebound.
Make it 7.
7 in a bucket? No.
Wow.
8 offensive rebounds now. That's backside rebounding has been big for the Bulldogs. They crash the glass, especially on that backside, where most of the time that's where the ball is going to go. And Berne Union just hasn't had a good job of covering that. Now, East Knox really hasn't cashed in on them, but we'll see if that continues.
Ryan off target with the first offering. He's going to get one more. On the season, statistically, the best free throw shooter for East Knox, 77%. 0 for 2 here, though. But how about that? Back to Papa, and he puts it home this time.
It's a way to make up for it.
If you can crash the glass like East Knox is and not get burnt in the transition game, what a valuable weapon that could be for them throughout the course of tonight.
You know, especially it offsets just the height that Berne Union has inside because, you know, it may just get them just out of sorts that you can get that offensive rebound on a quick putback.
Step back triple on the way. Line drive, Knepp with the rebound. Oh, how about Shane losing everybody? Splish splash, too.
One of the main reasons why he is the Central District Player of the Year in Division IV, just the ability to create offense like that. Nice job by Carson Steinmetz to knock that one out of bounds, but let's take a look at that.
Just everybody drops back, expecting a rebound. There is no rebound when it goes through the rim like that. Big shot, Shane Knepp coming through for his Dogs.
Peyton Lester going to check back in and give Steinmetz a break. But I don't know who this low-scoring game plays more for, because both these teams a defensive-minded squad. I know most of Berne Union's wins have come in the mid-40s, low 50s, and the same for East Knox.
Sure.
So, I mean, it works out for both sides that nobody has pulled away yet.
Rockets having trouble just finding an entry. Yes, that would have been a tough shot if it fell. Offensive board, a taste of their own medicine at the other end. McAfee.
Great offensive rebound by McAtee there. Taking it out of the page of the East Knox playbook there. Coming in late, getting that rebound, put back. Bulldogs by 1. Coach Powell wants a timeout, and nobody's looking at him right now. He finally does get it.
So that'll stop the clock. 4:28 to go here in the second quarter. Bulldogs with a 1-point lead. And I said that I think grittiness is what could win the game here for Berne Union.
Not the dance.
But you're right. The low-scoring game, I don't really know that it favors either team because they like to play these games in the 40s and eke out a win by, you know, a couple of baskets. So that looks like we're heading towards that right now because just about every punch that East Knox throws, Berne Union's got an equal counterpunch.
Well, something I said earlier in the first quarter was the fact that the way to beat a zone is quick passing. especially around the perimeter. Get that zone moving. Get a quick skip inside. That's how you beat the zone. But East Knox, they're playing slow down ball, so they're not giving those quick passes off, and it's kind of playing into the hands of Berne Union with that zone because they haven't been able to. They didn't have to move as much inside.
Dogs have been killing it, though, on the offensive glass. Sick pass inside, but you see the defense collapsing as that 3-ball off target from Dylan Moreland.
And, I mean, it's a good defensive game plan. You're forcing East Knox, like I said, a 26.5% three-point shooting team to beat you that way. And they haven't made all but one. Nice pass inside.
Beautiful offense that time, capped off by McAtee. He's got 6 to lead the way right now for the Rockets.
Great backdoor cut to beat the man-to-man. We're going to get a foul.
It's going to be team foul number 3 against Berne Union. Dogs just have 2, so neither in danger yet of putting the other into the bonus.
Yeah, defensive game and a cleanly played defensive game thus far.
Quick drive, baseline. Berne Union doing a nice job not leaving their feet. No foul committed after Moreland blew by his defender.
Yeah, it looked more severe than it was because he was going in 150% at a defender that just held his own and didn't move. Good no call by the refs.
Long rebound nearly chased down by Ian Stanton. Instead, it'll be Bulldog basketball. Trying to take back the lead here.
Yeah, missing the extra point really hurt them here, 14-13.
Oh, turnover on the play. Friesen was waiting for it, and he goes coast to coast, misses the shot. Follow won't fall either. Third time, no charm. Dogs hold them scoreless. And now Knepp gets fouled on his way to the other end.
And once Shane Knepp gets in open space, he takes off. And it's kind of lucky that Friesner got in his way because that's an open look to the bucket.
Austin Snyder checks out for Berne Union. Good looking cut to the basket. Whitney, good off the glass.
Both teams with good balance offensively. East Knox 4 players that have scored the same on Berne Union's side. And that's something we said in the pregame as well. If East Knox can get balance, they'll have a chance. And they have a 1-point lead with a chance for more.
Knepp picks the pocket, drives down to the other end. Just look at how fast that guy's hands are. Reaching into the cookie jar, getting the Oreo. Can't dunk it in the milk, though. Have a chance to shoot, too.
That's also why he has so many steals this season, those fast hands.
One of the best wide receivers in Division IV this past season. Had one of the more remarkable runs that I've seen from a wideout in the playoffs. 7 touchdowns in a 2-game stretch. It was crazy.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't he have that game-winning catch also over the top of 2 defenders in the regional semifinal or quarterfinal game?
To get to the regional championship, I do believe, knock off Trimble, a team, such a storied program, and then all they had to do was run into the most storied program in the history of the state and knock them out. But yeah, Shane Knepp, what a run he had during the postseason in football. Shot blocked, almost a second shot block. Knepp called for the foul, though. Take a look at it on the Frito Lay replay. It looked like Shane kind of met him.
Yeah, he didn't get up enough. He was there with the ball, but he got hand instead.
So Jaden McAtee shoots 2, knocks down the first.
Surprisingly, that's the first free throw made by either side. And it will remain that. And we were just talking about not many fouls. Next foul against Berne Union will put East Knox into the bonus. McAtee misses, and then a frustration foul.
And Shane Knepp has just really developed his body. I mean, you go back and watch some of the highlights that we had of East Knox basketball when he was a sophomore. He was a skinny little rail. Now he's all beefed up, and if you try to check him like McAtee did, as he gets a steal and cashes it in for 2. Gorgeous play that time, coast to coast.
Third East Knox turnover, but it proved costly.
This has definitely been a back and forth affair. Nobody's been able to open up a lead larger than 3. Rockets trying to change that narrative, as we're going to get a trip to the foul line here. But check out this Euro step. Looked like a deer bounding over a fence. Look at this step. Wow. 2 shots coming
Beautiful
up.
move.
And the free throw shooting woes on full display tonight. Teams are combined 1 for what?
1 of 8.
And Nate
2 of 8.
does hammer home the second.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but is this not the largest lead either side have seen tonight?
Correct. If you would just listen, Travis, I just said that.
I just wanted you to say it again. Big point.
Now sub 1 minute to go. Lester lighten up our Knox Community Hospital scoreboard. Mid-range J was there.
Yeah. Both looks he had were from that elbow area, perfectly shot through the net.
Goes Vermette off the bounce. Reach in foul is going to go against the Dogs.
It's going to go against Lester's second. And a timeout.
Be just a 30-second taken by Berne Union. 1 point advantage here. Looking to continue what would be a bit of a Cinderella story if they can get to the district championship game. And for East Knox, it would be more of a historical effort for them. First time in over 50 years. But for Berne Union, just 11 wins on their schedule before they came into postseason. To play for a district championship would be some major icing and maybe some chocolate chips on top of their cake.
Man, I haven't eaten yet. Why you gotta talk about the food?
We'll find a place. We'll find a place.
But like I said, don't let their record deceive you. Playing good competition. You made it to the districts for a reason. You know, they knocked off the 7 seed in all of the Central District, which is broken up into 2 separate district tournaments. So playing, tough competition and getting the victory against them, it's in high school sports, you want to get a good seed, but that regular season, it just gets you ready for tournament play. Everybody makes it. If you're just hot at the right time, you have a good chance.
Freisner uncorks one. Battle for the board inside. Belongs to Berne Union. And how about this fight for Snyder? Back-to-back offensive boards. But then call for the travel, I believe.
And I think Coach Powell was asking for the over the back on that first offensive rebound, but didn't get it. Nonetheless, East Knox with possession.
Have a chance for the final shot if they so choose. As Moreland checks the clock down to 5. And now Knepp, baseline, triple teamed, kick out. Moreland fouled. I think that's going to go before.
And that's going to be a 1-and-1.
Should be.
Hemeth called for his first, and yes, it is going to be a 1-and-1 to end this half. Now, this is going to be an untimed shot, so if he misses the first, the half ends. If he makes the first, you he gets the second shot, and that's how the half will end. Simple, right?
And finally, East Knox knocks down the free throw. And 2 for 2 to take us into the break with the Dogs on top by a point, as they lead it 19-18 heading into the locker room here in the Division IV District Semifinals. Hi, I'm OH.REPORT founder Brian Skoronsky, and you've just enjoyed first half action live and free exclusively right here on the OH.REPORT. But stick around, still plenty more to come right here as our boys high school basketball returns after this.
Flamin' hot, cheddar and sour cream. Flamin' hot, cheddar and sour cream. Flamin' hot, cheddar and sour cream. Genius.
Introducing Ruffles Flamin' Hot Cheddar and Sour Cream. Own your ridges.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
It's Freedom Fest Ohio, featuring Justin Moore.
You look like I need a drink right now.
Crowder.
God Almighty, I hope you'll find
Rodney Atkins.
makes me wanna take a back road.
Austin French, and more. Friday and Saturday, July 1st and 2nd, Morrow County Fairgrounds in Mount Gilead, Ohio. For tickets and more info, visit freedomfestohio.com.
The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
It's halftime here at Heath High School. 2 quarters in the books so far. East Knox got a slim lead, 19-18 right now over Berne Union, looking for a spot in the district championship game for the first time since 1970. Brian Skoronsky, Travis Berardi here with you on the call tonight. It's been an interesting game, back and forth for sure. Neither team has been able to create any type of separation. They have been within one possession of each other every second so far of this game, where we just typically basketball will see ebbs and flows. It's been just one after another going over the hill and then down to the bottom, up and over.
Well, also early on, especially East Knox would finally get something going. They'd score and right immediately. Back down the other end, Berne Union answers them. That's what it's been. Defensive basketball and a little bit of offense here or there. But nonetheless, thanks to a foul with tenths of seconds left, the Bulldogs have the 1-point lead.
As we continue our Knox Community Hospital halftime, here are the stats here at the break. And you see everything pretty even, man.
Yeah.
As expected with a 1-point game. East Knox really has done a phenomenal job on the offensive glass. Berne Union started to do the same thing at the end of the second quarter, but issues on both sides putting it in the hoop once they were able to get those second possessions.
Absolutely. 9-5. East Knox out-rebounding Berne Union on the offensive end. And I think maybe a combined 4 of those resulted in points because just these two defenses, they're that good. You do get an offensive chance or an offensive putback, they are right there to hound you and force the miss. And speaking of misses, free throws too, both sides, 2 of 6 from the charity stripe, and East Knox didn't get their first free throws until the end of the first half. Other than that, turnovers, 6-3. I think you could live with both of those numbers, especially in a defensive ball game.
Sure.
Fouls, Berne Union, this was 3-3 midway through the second quarter. Then Berne Union started getting a little more aggressive and forced the issue a bit. 7-4, 2 guys only with 2 fouls, 1 on each side, so nothing really big there.
That'll wrap up our Knox Community Hospital halftime. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back. Read some of your comments over the air. So drop us a line on our Facebook and our YouTube chats. Let us know who you're cheering from tonight, where you watching from, all that good stuff. Who's your favorite player? What are you eating? We want to know everything, and we'll talk about it right after this. At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience. Just 2.5 minutes separates us in the second half of basketball action here. District semifinal play going down at Heath High School. Excellent facility, I might add. Got the cushy chairs here. Fast internet. Excellent concession stands. Top notch all the way around, Travis.
And that's why they are a district host and couldn't have been much more friendlier when we walked in the door. Great people down here in the Columbus area and great defensive basketball thus far.
Diving into the comment section right now on our Facebook. Begin with Tanner, who said Berne Union knocked him last year out before in the district semifinals as well. Jory Skoronsky says, it sounds like I need some dessert. Mentioning a lot of goodies. Definitely. I got dessert on my mind, no question about it. We're going to stop and get some on our way back.
Well, Chelsea, there is a Raising Cane's on 79. Make Brian take you there. Marcus says so. That might be, if they're still open. Sorry, G and Storm, but we're going to your favorite place down here. We're going to get some grub because that sounds amazing.
But how about we split a Caniac combo instead of what they do, where they each get one? It's too much food for any solo individual. We'll see, though. I'm pretty hungry.
Yeah, right?
Tanya says, let's go Dogs. And right now, so far, if the game were to end at this very moment, I think you'd be pretty happy with a 1-point cushion at this point. That's all I see, Trav.
Yeah, not a ton of people commenting, but we appreciate that.
Yeah,
got some DRE playing on the sound system right now, too. I like this. Starting off half number 2.
Oh, yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da.
It's the second half on the OH report. Oh, yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da.
You know we coming with that live and free.
Where's Javar Hudgens listening to you? You always asking for the rap on. You just continue.
I don't think the fans are going to want that. Let's just get back to basketball. I'll write some rhymes in the offseason. We'll come correct next basketball year.
There you go. You see it all in the Knox Community Hospital halftime report.
Looks like it's going to be Bulldog basketball to open up quarter number 3.
Like I said, balanced scoring in the first half for East Knox. Knepp with 5, Whitney Lester with 4, Ryan with 4, Moreland with 2. As for Berne Union, McAtee 9, Hemeth 4, Winkler 3, and Staten 2. 8-7 East Knox in the first, 11-11 in the second for your 19-18 score. Take it away, Ski.
Start here with Knepp getting a screen from Whitney. Right back to him. 2-man game, leads, clean look, tipped up. And the offensive rebounds continue to add up for the Dogs, but they basically have nothing to show for it tonight. Berne Union has swarmed inside once the Dogs have been able to collect the basketball again.
But East Knox again with those quick hands, getting the strip and another possession.
As we talked about at halftime, relatively clean game in terms of both sides not turning the ball over that much. Here in the second half, Rockets 1 possession, 1 giveaway.
And Ryan will go back to the line, 0 of 2 in the first half.
'27th made free throw on the season. Front end on the second one, and it leaks out of bounds. Gherkin, just let it go out. Get a rebound on the stat sheet, you know what I mean? Grab that baby, come on.
I don't know, maybe felt like if he mishandles it, goes out of bounds, gives East Knox a second chance. I know some of you want to, pad the stats, but that's a smart play. I mean, I would want to pad the stats, though.
He goes inside. Nice bucket there. Hemmett.
Nice take. Smart play on the defensive end. Good take on the other end. We're tied at 20.
Rockets sticking with that 2-3 zone. East Knox has not totally been able to dissect this just yet.
Only 1 3 in that first half, and that came from Lester.
Moreland's going to try one right here on cue.
Ask and you shall receive. 5 points for Moreland. East Knox, largest lead for them of the night.
Moreland, one of those guys that East Knox needs to get scoring from. 8.5 per game is what he put up to this point so far. And look at the balance on the floor right now scoring-wise for East Knox.
3 5s, 2 4s. Got a full house.
And we got a jump ball here. Tied up, McAtee inside.
It'll stay with Berne Union.
And Freisner hasn't been as aggressive as I was anticipating. Talking to some members of the East Knox coaching staff, thought they saw him on film really try to assert himself offensively, be aggressive since returning to the lineup after an injury.
And maybe this is something we'll see here in the second half. If he will try and take things over, or this man will.
Knepp pushes it ahead to himself, hangs in midair, gives the Dogs the largest lead for either side so far this evening.
It may sound like a broken record, but once again, such quick hands by him, and with his speed, it's really hard to catch up.
No answer at the other end. Air ball right into the hands of Gherkin, though. And Freisner will reset. Bray looking to go to work. Woo. Wow, did he lose Moreland.
Oh, boy. Woo. What a way to get your first points of the night. Got some fries with that shake. Shout out Hayden Gray, who really wanted one of us to say that tonight in the car ride down, so I got you, buddy.
It's the perfect play for it.
Absolutely. And once again, a nice answer from Berne Union right after East Knox scores.
They have been on cue, the timing, all night long. Wow, ooh, really interesting looking play there. Let's take a look. So Knepp goes baseline, double team, tied up.
And I guess they're saying because they touched the ball that he's allowed to get it back. It's McAtee second.
And puts Mr. Knepp on the line. K-Mac Player of the Year, Shane Knepp.
Yet to score from the charity stripe tonight. He's 0-3.
See Carson Steinmetz get back into the mix. Ryan checks out for East Knox.
This may come down to who starts making their free throws in the second half, because neither side has really gotten comfortable from the stripe. Whew.
And Shane, disgusted look on his face as he comes up empty. Now
nice
Freisner,
pass.
Right on time. Great quick offense. Didn't allow the Dogs to set up. Staten backside cut. Thing of beauty.
5-0 Berne Union run. We're tied again. They just won't go away.
Kick out. Knepp uncorks one. Through the bottom.
Leave it hanging, young man. First player in double digits.
Now Friesen looks like he's starting to cook a little bit more here at the other end, feeling confident, comfortable. Knepp skies for a big board.
I mean, you'd rather like to have your fries crispy than cold. Thinking about that Caniac combo now. Thanks, guys.
See if someone can come up with a big Texas toast run here at some point in this half. Haven't seen one.
We've stooped down to the level of G and Storm now. We're talking food in our broadcast. But hey, whatever works.
Two-man game here on this side. Lester thinks better of the screen. Now Moreland, right down Main Street, floater. Taste the rainbow, man. That had some height on it.
And he let it go at the perfect time, too, a tenth of a second later. Wow, nice pass on the other end.
Pretty play, and the finish, too, equally as satisfying with Staten hanging, scoring, all in midair.
Moves and counter moves. Just when East Knox gets something going, once again, Berne Union right back at you.
Definitely has felt like a nice, solid game of chess. Someone
Absolutely.
makes a move,
yeah,
puts the opponent in check, and then boom, they're taking a rook or something. Like just back and forth. Nobody able to really create any type of separation tonight. So we're closing in on 2 minutes to go in the third. Lester came up short, and the rebound secured by Staten.
Another great look there by Lester, but this time just couldn't get it to fall.
Bray with the rock has been showcasing here in this third quarter his excellent handles.
Bit of a heat check maybe there.
Offensive foul. Shane Knepp tried to collect himself, but there was a defender in the way.
Great job by Freisner. Seeing what was about to happen, tensed up, takes the charge.
Definitely takes some guts to do that. Not everybody is willing to stand in, take the contact, give up the body for the greater good of the team.
But that's what leaders do, Brian. Everything 100%. Get your team that extra possession.
Not a smart pass inside. A lot of white jerseys. Knepp, no surprise, was able to get a fingertip on it.
Ooh.
Now a couple of fakes. Timeout taken. Coach Powell recognizing something maybe. Just wants to talk to his boys. It'll just be a 30-second timeout.
We saw his leader there was pretty much trapped inside the paint. There's a chance of a 3-second call or maybe a turnover with him getting swarmed. Smart timeout there. They still have 3 remaining for the rest of the half. But the Bulldogs ahead by 3. They trailed for most of the first half until that foul with about 0.2 seconds left. And then they've kind of taken control of this. Yes, Berne Union has hung around, only down 3, but every time they score, Berne Union answers, then East Knox comes back and answers. Like you said, this is a game of chess that East Knox may be 1 or 2 moves ahead.
3 points in front right now with the basketball. If you're just joining us, neither side has led by more than 5. It's been the Bulldogs on 2 occasions.
And I do have a confession to make, Brian. I've only played chess once. That was with you in Pittsburgh. And I really didn't make any moves, so I have no idea how to play the game. I just moved the pieces. That's it.
Right now, the pieces moving well for East Knox. We've seen them at times offensively be a bit stagnant. As Knepp steps in, short corner, missed everything.
They're getting some faster ball movement there. Got a somewhat of an open look, but misfires.
Looked like Freisner nearly got away with a double dribble, and he makes the most of it.
Back to where we started to start the quarter.
And Coach Powell says play for 1 shot as the Rockets going to switch to man-to-man now. We haven't seen them play 50D yet. They've been in that 2-3 zone the entire duration of the night until now.
Yeah, I want to see how Shane Knepp will attack this. Are we still going to see that drive to the lane and kick for the open, or is he just going to go one-on-one?
He's got Whitney on the block, kind of clogging things up.
Ooh, nice up and under.
Series of fakes will put Shane Knepp on the free throw line. Whoop, whoop. And then there's the foul by Bray, backside, got a piece of the body. Second foul on Freisner.
He's so composed inside the paint as well. He will ball fake you 5-6 times, get you up in the air, but he won't lose that control. He keeps the composure, and he'll draw the foul, or if he gets the open look, he'll take it to the hole.
I think that's just kind of Shane Knepp's demeanor. Very level-headed dude. Calm in big situations. As we talked about with what he was able to do in football, making the run to the regional championship game, and now got the Dogs on top by 2, looking to make history here tonight. A win could make them the winningest team in the history of East Knox basketball, and then also put them in the finals for the first time in over 50 years as Freisner nearly chucked that one in from deep. But it won't fall, and we head to the 4th with the Dogs on top by 3. At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Hit him with it, Ski.
Money time here on the OH Report. You know what that means. Just 8 minutes remain in regulation. This is where the stars tend to shine the brightest. Who will it be here tonight? Shane Knepp,
Yeah.
the District Player of the Year, a prime candidate. See what he has in store for his senior campaign.
Who's going to the round of 32? East Knox with a 3-point lead right now.
Nobody
Make that 6.
around until Moreland comes through.
Second 3 of the second half, 10 points for him, and there's that balance. Now East Knox has 2 players in double figures, another with 5, 2 with 4. Exactly what the Bulldogs need if they want to continue to move on. Good defense and a balanced scoring attack.
And those are the type of looks that you have to capitalize on when there is no defender in sight. Got to be able to step up, knock down those open looks when you're comfortable.
And now this is a big possession for Berne Union because we've seen them answer every bucket from East Knox. The Bulldogs can get a stop here. They'll be feeling pretty good.
Nice cut, missed shot, though. Back iron from Carson Bauer.
Chance to put this to 3 possessions now for East Knox, which the way this game has played feels probably more like 10 points, not possessions. Let me get that straight for you.
You see the Rockets now coming out challenging, sticking with that half-court man-to-man D, and Knepp going to make him pay.
Oh, my goodness.
Straight to the rack and over the top of a defender.
Timeout, Berne Union.
Smart timeout. Largest lead tonight for East Knox. 8-point cushion. Here's how they got there.
That's just unguardable sometimes. Just a great take.
You throw 2 defenders at him. There's a third on the wing. Another guy waiting for him in the paint. And all he does, attack everybody, get to the rack, go good off the square. That, folks, is why he was the Conference and District Player of the Year. He has been phenomenal all season long. And here comes his football coach, Cody Reese. What's up, Coach? Doing great.
Doing, Coach?
Good to see you.
So Shane now 14 points, only had 5 in the first half, 9 points here in the second half. And then Dylan Moreland as well, 8 points in the second half. Those 2 have really carried the weight for the Bulldogs here in half number 2, while on the other side of things, really their main scores, McAtee, who had a really good first half, 9 points, still nothing. Freisner, 5 points, so he's starting to get going a little bit, but not to the point where you're feeling comfortable. East Knox is really taking control of this second half.
And keeping Freisner in check. It's a dude leading scorer for the Rockets, over 14 per contest. And just a third of the way to that mark here so far in this game. And Shane Knepp has basically had that matchup all night, so you got to give him a lot of credit.
Well, also now he's comfortable going against a man-to-man defense. You've seen that for most of the season. And with Berne Union there, he's just now really taking it to the hole.
Another missed shot. McAtee. And for the Dogs, this is what we were talking about with the ebbs and flows. This is a flow right now for the Dogs on both sides. Looking to cap on 2 more and extend this lead to double figures.
And Berne Union just a really cold spell, unable to answer.
Wow. How about those fakes? Knepp clanked it off the backboard. But you were right. Just to be that calm with that many bodies around, it's a sight to see with Knepp. Who's going to come away with the basketball. Throws it.
Got a timeout. That'll leave Berne Union with 2, but, you know, I said this early in the season. If East Knox only has Knepp scoring and nobody else, I don't know how far they could go in a tournament because all they have to do is double him. Well, Berne Union's doubling him tonight, and he's still taking it to the hole, plus the fact that they're getting some more scoring. But East Knox has completely changed my thoughts of them from the beginning of the year. I said, okay, they have Knepp. He's doing enough for them to win at the time, but that's it. They need other scorers. Slowly but surely over the course of the season, they're getting more scores in Lester and Moreland. And Knepp is just taking it to another level to where, yeah, guard me double. I still will take it to the hole, and I'll still score on you.
The guys in purple certainly have evolved from early on in the campaign. and are inching even closer to making some history here tonight. Rockets desperately need a bucket.
And that's just a tough take, fading away from the bucket. Take that up strong, get a better look, but just the fadeaway, it throws you off.
New look here defensively for the Rockets. Going to come out with a 1-2-2. Imagine they're going to try to trap anytime they can over near the sideline.
Ooh, nearly got the turnover.
And it's a 3-on-2 now for the Dogs. Lester steps into a three confidently. Just a bit too strong, but Whitney chases down. Offensive board.
Oh.
And we've seen him on multiple occasions tonight do that and then just miss shots inside, in tight, him and Ryan both.
I think they just get too excited in there. Hey, I got the ball right back. I got to put it right back up instead of composing themselves and getting it in.
Moreland, quick acceleration to beat his man. And for Berne Union, ever since they switched up their defensive strategy at the end of the third quarter, East Knox has been able to capitalize against the man-to-man.
And that's why. I know they've done their research on Shane Knepp, especially driving to the hole. We've said it multiple times here tonight. You'd be better packing the paint in a 2-3, making them go against your bigs in there instead of going one-on-one and then having somebody come over and try and help.
Sometimes as a coaching staff, you can get in your own way. It had been effective. The Rockets were in a point at the end of the third. And now East Knox looking to pull away.
10th second half point by Mr. Knepp. Make it 11. 4 of 4 from the line in the second half as well.
And so far, he's played the full 28 minutes. No breaks for number 11.
And you know what? Coach Powell wouldn't expect anything different from him. He's just that type of player.
Approaching the midway point here of quarter number 4. Coach Powell certainly wanted a traveling violation. 1, 2.
The bump caused the extra step. I could see that. First points for McAtee here in the second half.
And each of them are going to become so valuable throughout the course of regulation here as they trim it down to 8. And now with this full court trapping defense, see if they can force the Dogs into some mistakes. They have been really good about taking care of the basketball in this second half.
And this is a team that does turn the ball over a lot, especially in the regular season, but doing a really good job here tonight. Averaging 10.5 turnovers. They're only at 4.
That's not a lot. That's the lowest I think I've heard of for a team heading into the postseason. So East Knox, this is kind of their game, man.
And you know what? I haven't seen them since halfway through the season. That number might have dropped. They've probably gotten better as the season has gone on. So I do apologize for that correction. But once again, Knepp, right to the hole, drawing the foul.
When he gets in attack mode, what makes him so challenging to guard is the poise that we've been referring to tonight, and you've seen it on multiple occasions where he'll stop, he'll make a series of fakes, so when he just goes aggressively, it almost takes defenders off guard. And that's why he's an 18-point scorer and one of the best players in the district.
I hope Monroeville fans weren't watching what just happened there. They had a guy come in late into the lane, and instead of getting a lane violation, the ref said, okay, are you in here? You are. I am still baffled at that call that happened a couple weeks ago.
If you are not aware, Monroeville costs themselves basically a win against, at the time, the number 2 team, I should say, in the state that was undefeated over a lane violation, kid coming in late. So you're right. I think what we just saw, that's the proper way to officiate it.
Especially late in the game. I mean, you're not worried about those types of rules. I mean, it rarely happens. Why?
You digress.
I'm digress.
I understand.
9-point Bulldog lead here, 3:13 left, and they're going to have possession. Can East Knox finish?
As well as they're defending right now, it's going to be tough for the Rockets to try to get back into this game.
And what they're going to have to do is take chances when Knepp doesn't have the ball.
Moreland, a beautiful catch in traffic. And look at Shane, grown up so much, steps back.
Oh, my goodness.
Reobserves the floor and decides, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and go to work. Check this out. Brought it back, saw the lane open up. Flat-footed defenders usually equals that outcome right there. Chance for a three-point play, and this will put them at 20 points on the night. I think he's very much in line to be our MVP this evening.
Coach Powell going to take a timeout now, and I think it's a smart one. Hey, we're up 12. This is our biggest lead of the night. Do not let your foot off the gas. That's the moments when teams get back into there, when you get complacent here with a big league thinking you haven't won already. But keep your foot on the gas. Continue to do what they have done all of this second half, and they're going to make a district championship game for the first time in our lifetime.
And I think that, to your point, what that really, for me, would signify is do that defensively. On offense, there's no need to go attack the bucket unless things open up like you just saw from Shane.
Well,
there.
yeah, just like this, where it's like playing half-court basketball out on the playground. He's taking it back to the line and immediately taking off. He's kind of creating his own backdoor cut there with it, getting ahead of that defender and then taking it to the hole to where he has succeeded the most here in the second half.
So what type of guts and resilience do the Rockets have within them here tonight? Down by a dozen, short on time. So for them, totally different game plan. Very obviously, you got to get to work quick here.
And we saw it with Freisner to start the second half. He had that crossover three. I think he should take more chances like that. He's shown that he is one of the best players in the Central District, a third-team all-district player. But the ball really hasn't been in his hands.
From the corner line, drive, triple for Stanton. It's a good way to get the comeback trail started right there.
7 points in the second half for him, so one of those bright spots. If not Freisner, give it to Stanton.
Moreland at 4 seconds on the 5-second count, and then showtime right there, jam for Hemet. And all of a sudden,
Coach Powell putting his hands out. Calm down, we're still good. 7-point lead, get it to the hands of this man right here, Shane Knepp.
Turns the corner, jump stop, took the contacts. 22 now for Knepp. Freisner back the other way, no answer. Shane with the board.
And once again, Coach Powell, spread it out. Slow it down.
And the Rockets need to show some more urgency. Now, time is incredibly critical. They have to trap everywhere on the floor. Might need to start fouling, too.
Yeah, they're at 6 right now, so the Bulldogs in the bonus.
I'm not understanding this. The coaching staff is very calm, not telling their team to foul. Looks like they're kind of checking out.
You've only created 5 turnovers in this game, and they finally will get the foul there. You've only created 5 turnovers, so this really, it's not helping. They haven't been able to get turnovers.
Well, and
you got to go for the foul.
Also, East Knox has struggled from the free throw line, and even Knepp has had his own problems from the charity stripe. So, good coaches always just try to extend the game in these moments and force East Knox to win it.
And the one you would want to have the ball in his hands at this time, he has it.
Nothing but net, too. And come money time, like I said, that's when stars typically will shine the brightest. Shane Knepp, boy, he's been cashing in checks, going through the ATM. This man has been all money, all clutch. And he extends the lead back out to double figures.
24 points.
Quick take and a miss. Knepp dribbles out of the double team.
I don't know how he got that away.
I don't either. Not all athletes are created equal, Trav.
That's it. 11-point lead, and they're finally fouling here, but you're going to need a miracle now. You're going to need a Reggie Miller type miracle.
And for the Rockets, who up and down season had lost 6 of their 8 games to close out the regular season after an 8-game win streak. Looking like their campaign will come to a close, and the Dogs could be marching on to places where they have not been since black and white television was popular.
That's crazy. Good for East Knox. Gotta love the Bulldogs.
Small town, big dreams. And a big 3 right there, at least in terms of it being a cool shot, but too little too late.
And that's what I was saying. Why wasn't he taking more chances like that offensively here in the second half? He has the ability to match what Knepp has.
So the Dogs going to party like it's 1970, heading to the district championship for the first time in 52 years, and also becoming the winningest team in program history. We'll step aside. We'll be back with the Knox Community Hospital postgame that'll include an interview with our MVP. Y'all know who it is. Shane Knepp on the way.
Nervous? Oh, Lay's. Brings back so many good memories.
Remember our road trip in '97?
Our first real heart-to-heart.
I've never seen any of your movies. Not even the ones we're in together.
Hey, do you remember when that stalker kidnapped us?
Yes.
Lay's was there. Lay's.
Do you have barbecue? Or cheddar jalapeno?
Ooh. Oh, remember when we stumbled into that turf war? Remember when you bought your first house?
Hi, I'm Seth.
Those are good times.
They were golden.
You ready? Seth, do you?
I do.
And Janet, do you?
That's a yes.
I love this lady. Best day of my life.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
It's Freedom Fest, Ohio, featuring Justin Moore,
You look like I need a drink right now.
Crowder,
God almighty, I hope you'll find
Rodney Atkins,
makes me wanna take a back road.
Austin French, and more. Friday and Saturday, July 1st and 2nd, Morrow County Fairgrounds in Mount Gilead, Ohio. For tickets and more info, visit freedomfestohio.com.
And where? What do say. The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
We return now with our player of the game, powered by Frito Lay. Good fun. You know it's got to be Shane Knepp. Huge performance for you, 26 points. And in the second half, it really felt like you elevated your game, took your team on your back. You were getting a lot of deflections on the defensive end, cashing in at the offensive side of things. So probably felt pretty special out there, senior season, and doing what you did in that second half.
Yeah, I was starting to get worried in the first half, so I was happy that things were going our way and momentum was swinging.
Back and forth game basically through the first 3 quarters, and then you were able to create some separation there at the beginning of the fourth. In your opinion, what changed on the floor? How were you guys able to get that sizable lead?
I think it was just us finally getting, just beating the 2-3 zone. We were struggling with it. We weren't hitting our shots, too good. So I think once they got out of that, we were able to run some of our plays that we like, and then once they got to man, we love when people run man on us because we are passing, moving the ball and all that. So I felt when they changed out of the 2-3, that's when we finally started clicking.
18 wins for you guys, program record, I'm told. Congratulations on that. When you hear that, the fact that you're going to be going down in history as the best, winningest team in Dog history, well, I guess what's that mean to you?
Oh, it's great. It's just it's great to know that we're building the program up. A couple years ago, we weren't as good. Now we're slowly just taking that step, and I think East Knox basketball's coming around.
No doubt, and for you, I would say that you've had the same progression a couple of years ago. Going back, watching the highlights that we had, you were a scrawny little guy. Yeah. Now you filled out a little bit. Such a leader on the floor, and you're so mature. We saw multiple times you get in the lane, and you're poised with the basketball. Other times, you go just straight to the cup with some fury. How much do you feel like your game has grown over about the last 2 seasons?
I think it's grown a lot. Sophomore year, I was a small kid, so it does help that I grew a lot, put on some weight, and then also those upperclassmen that I played with the last 2 years, Weston Mielik, Nathan Whitney, just guys I'm thinking of, and those guys really helped to shape me to who I am.
Also told that you guys are making a bit of history heading to the district championship for the first time in more than 50 years. That's pretty crazy to think about. So all the past players that have come through, a lot of them weren't able to do what you accomplished. What are some of the missions, though, that the senior class has been talking about? I imagine district championship had to have been right at the top of your list.
Yeah. First off, we wanted to win the KMAC. We couldn't get that done, but we still had a good road in the tournament, so we were feeling pretty confident. And then sectionals, and then now that we did, we're in districts now. It's definitely one of our achievements that we wanted to get this year.
Well, congratulations. You really carried the team to victory here tonight. Our MVP got a pin for you, courtesy of the OH Report. Pin that on your Letterman jacket, and if you want, take a look in the camera. Give a shout-out to anybody who might be watching back in Howard.
I just got to say shout out Weston Mielik and Terry Jacobs.
Cool. You heard it here from Shane Knepp, our MVP. Thanks so much for joining us, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, my dude. All right, Travis, hit him with the final stats.
Well,
thanks,
first, Danville and Grove City Christian are tied late in the fourth quarter, so there's a chance that Danville might be playing. They're tied at the end of the fourth quarter, so we may have Devil Dog for a district championship.
Wow.
We'll keep you updated on that. I was trying to look that up. Grant Pepper is there. 19 seconds left 52-52. That was 51 seconds ago, so we will probably at least see if we're going to go to overtime in that one. We'll keep you updated. But let's go to these final stats, as we do know the Bulldogs are playing for a district title this weekend.
At least half of the Devil Dog has punched their ticket. Boy, what an environment that'll be here at Heath if they get those two teams playing.
It's at Capital University.
What an environment that's going to be at Capital if they get those two
Central District
teams.
is weird like that. You know, we're used to having it in one place. But no, it's going to be – that would be absolutely phenomenal to have them in there. But they still got to finish out some business. 16 field goals for the Bulldogs, one less three. But look at the free throws, 13-21. We said this. Free throws would probably determine the way that game was being played, and they absolutely did. 13-3, 10-point victory. Right there for you.
Numbers don't lie. And Shane Knepp getting to the line consistently in that second half. Game changer for them, and started knocking them down late.
10 of 15 from the line after starting off 0 of 4. That's what leaders do. You know, maybe face a little adversity early on, but they continue to go after it. That's what he did. Really hit some big shots down. He took over in the second half. And that's why he is the Division IV Central District Player of the Year. And that's a huge accomplishment. There's district players of the year, but then in the Central District, that's broken up into two brackets because there are so many teams. There's 35, 40 teams in the Central District, and he's the best player out of all of them, voted by the coaches. So he showed out why he is the best in the Central District.
Barely turned it over here tonight as a point guard. As aggressive as he was a true treat to watch. In the Bulldogs, collectively as a unit, a lot of things that you can take from tonight's win that you can like. If they could have put back some of those second chance opportunities, definitely could have won by a whole lot more. As we see Danville now down by one with 1, 2, 3 seconds left, and they'll have a chance for the win. So we'll keep it here live and give you the update and let you know if we are going to get the Devil Dog game part 3 to determine a district champion. But here, the guys in purple, all the fans that came out here.
What a game by East Knox. You know, they took Berne Union's best test. We knew that Berne Union, despite the record, was a pretty good team, just who they played. If this game was in the 40s, they'd have a chance at this. But switching to that man-to-man really changed things for them and allowed East Knox to pull away.
Well, you heard it right from the point guard's mouth. Shane Knepp, in our post-game interview here, he said, we love it when teams go man-to-man against us. We were struggling against the 2-3 zone. We noticed it right away on our broadcast that East Knox all of a sudden started finding a lot of confidence on offense because they could win those one-on-one matchups on the perimeter led by Shane Knepp. And ultimately, I think it cost Berne Union tonight. They were within striking distance. It was a great back-and-forth affair until that change was made on the very final possession of the fourth quarter, and then the Dogs outscore them by 10 the rest of the way.
Because they played into Shane Knepp's game. Nobody could stop him at the hole. They had some height, but the way that Shane Knepp can just get you the jump up in the air, get you in the air, create that contact for the foul, he played his game. He got into his comfort zone, and I said this in the second half. Despite having 3 guys on him, he still had that composure where ball fake, get him up in the air, casually take it up. You're either fouled or making the tough bucket, and that's what Shane Knepp did. But hey, they did have balance tonight. Dylan Moreland finishes with 10 points. Ethan Ryan, Peyton Lester, Sam Whitney, 5, 4, and 4. But really, they didn't need that offense in the second half because Shane Knepp just said, jump on my shoulders, I'm going to take you to the promised land, scoring 15 second-half points. Now, it was balanced on the other side, too, for Berne Union. 10 points for McAtee. Only 1 point, though, in that second half. He made 1 free throw. That was a big turning point. Freisner, though, scoreless in that first half. He ends up with 8 points. I really thought if he would have taken some more shots in that second half, it could have changed the complexion of that game. Winkler with 3 points. Hemeth with 8 points, and then Staten as well. Staten scored 7 points in that second half, but they just didn't get enough to really stick with East Knox and what Shane Knepp could do. We're frantically trying to update Twitter right here to see, and it's Grove City Christian knocking off Danville by 1, 53-52. So the 5 seed Grove City Christian, the 3 seed East Knox. 4 o'clock. On the 5th, which is Saturday. 4 o'clock Saturday, Capital University for a district championship for the Bulldogs.
And oh, by the way, you know what East Knox has never done?
Won a district championship.
Never, ever. So how huge would that be for this Dogs team? Already the winningest in program history for a single season, looking to add some major whipped cream on top.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, East Knox swept Danville in the regular season. I believe they did. Danville plays a close game at Grove City Christian. You just go by who played who. You got to think East Knox may have the upper hand in this one.
Well, they're the 3 seed for a reason, and they got the top player in the district as voted on by the coaches, the people that know. So I'm going to say that East Knox is going to be a favorite heading into that game, and no reason not to roll with the Bulldogs after what we saw here tonight and throughout the tournament. And in the second half of the season, it just seems like this is a team that's figured out how they need to play. They change tempos when they need to. And if you do want to man them up, Travis, they proved to us in the fourth quarter tonight that they have some matchup nightmares. Number 11, the catalyst there, but he's able to draw other defenders, and other guys can step up, knock down some threes. Dylan Moreland comes to mind.
Only 5 turnovers, and I'm pretty sure only 2 in the second half. Only 2 turnovers in the second half. They did have that little spurt towards the end of the fourth quarter where Berne Union got a score. They got the steal and another score, but instead of just collapsing, they calmed it down. They got it into the hands of Shane Knepp, and he just took over. Just great ball handling by this squad. They did what they needed to do with the District Player of the Year.
All right, that's going to wrap up our coverage here tonight from Heath. The Bulldogs marching on, 10-point victors over Berne Union as they move on to the district championship for the first time since 1970.
And we're not even close to being done here on the OH Report. You can now knock off Berne Union and Danville. It's going to be number 3 East Knox, number 5 Grove City Christian at 4 o'clock on Saturday. But we got a lot of games tomorrow, Ski.
Yeah, we do. Make sure that you tune in for, what do we got, 5 live streams tomorrow, I believe?
Yeah, we have. I will be with Hayden Gray at Perry High School for the Division 4 regional semifinal, the number 4 team in all of D4. Buckeye Central taking on New Middletown Springfield for a chance to go to the Elite 8. And then, Brian, got 4 boys district games going for you.
We got a doubleheader in the D3 Norwalk district. State number 1 undefeated Colonel Crawford takes on Elmwood. And then state number 6 Western Reserve will take on Willard. Those games at 5:30 and 7:30. In the D2 Ashland District, number 8 Mansfield Senior takes on Richland County rival Lexington. And then in the nightcap, SBC rivals, longtime opponents Huron and Norwalk will battle it out to see who moves on to the district final.
And a couple big storylines there. Will we finally get Sheldon versus Sheldon in D3? Willard now would have something to say about that. And then the other one, Mansfield Senior, finally peaking at the right time. Do they continue it to a district championship appearance, or does Lex start another one of those magical runs? We saw them do it a couple years ago. Can they do it again? They got a pretty good defense.
Find out live and free tomorrow here on the OH Report. But that's going to wrap things up here from fabulous Heath High School. Want to thank everybody that made tonight's broadcast possible, including Hayden Gray running the camera. Adam Thompson makes our graphics. Jory Hollenbeck puts together our commercials. And all of our fabulous sponsors, including the Killbuck Savings Bank, Freedom Festival, Ohio, Frito Lay, and
Good
Knox
fun.
Community Hospital. For Travis Brady, I'm Brian Skoronsky. So long. We'll see y'all tomorrow.